Welcome to Align Trading. Hopefully, everyone is enjoying the long Memorial weekend with friends and family. Taking a look at the SPY recap here on Friday, as well as the trades taken and the live analysis in Discord before going over what to watch next week and Tuesday. However, before going over the charts, I just want to give some words of advice when it comes to trading as well as life. So, we've been having a lot of negative and hateful people passing by the channel here, leaving nasty negative comments, etc. And what I would say is continue. Continue to leave your comments, continue to focus on everything except the chart, focus on everything except becoming a better trader. The same losers who are doing that are losers in not only the charts, but losers in their relationships and losers as a whole in their life. And I feel sad for them because a profitable trader who's happy with himself as a person, who's happy with his surroundings, is not going to be on other channels leaving negative, hateful, nasty comments. It's just loser stuff. There's nothing surprising about this either. There's a false sense of reality around the trading community, I would say, where it's supposed to have this prestigious title and the individuals are supposed to have a higher pedigree, right? Is far from that. 90% are statistically losers. They are unprofitable and they're nothing more than gamblers. Does to individuals psychologically is unfathomable. It almost becomes a form of a mental illness. We've all seen the Wall Street bet posts. We've all seen the Twitter posts of people not only losing their life savings, their salaries, but their houses. And some people even more. They borrow money that they don't have to make stock market gambles. So please understand that and just realize what this is and the two sides there are to trading. That being said, here at Align Trading, it is only about learning the correct way to trade, practicing good trading habits, staying disciplined and following your rules, sizing correctly. If you're interested in anything other than that, please do not join. Please find somewhere else. I do not want you here. As you can see, these last 2 weeks right here have been very choppy. There has not been a break of range, and we have been hugging this 5-day moving average. Traders taking calls here, puts right here, and blowing their accounts in between. However, I am up nearly 9% on my portfolio in these last 2 weeks. Thing you may not realize as well, I have been sized down. I have had to protect my positions more aggressively and reduce my number of trades per day because in the chop, there is nothing that I'm missing out on. So why would I overtrade? When I get a move up, it's coming right back down. So why would I continue to hold full position? Just let your runners have the possibility, and then if they get stopped out, you have still made some profit on that trade and then can look for a new one. And you may say, oh, I know someone who 100%ed their portfolio this past week. Awesome. I do not care. I'm not here to swing for the fences. As I've explained, I do this day in and day out. I am not looking for luck. I'm not looking for the chance. I am here to take what the charts give me each and every day. By sharing this, I hope you receive some inspiration and understand that you too can profitably trade this without luck or chance every single day as well. Now, finally, going over Friday's recap, first thing that I posted here in the morning in the pre-market brief for Discord members was to be watching for the possibility if we did head back up because we were still within the controlled selling, still within the blue and yellow, and we had not completed that handle after we formed the inverse cup at 525. So what I mean by that is after we formed this inverse cup right here, we would have liked to see some sort of handle, possibly at this 5-day moving average, and a head and shoulder like this, possibly if we wanted to head back down and complete the next level at that inverse cup, being the gap at that 523. Instead, like I drew and I explained, we were still within this controlled selling right here, and possibly forming a flag until we do break out, and we could start to head back up right here, grabbing this liquidity at 528 and then trying to form support on that moving average before getting a continued move higher. So before going over what to be watching next week, if we start to break out right here or we head back down with this possible inverse cup, we will go to the 1 minute chart and take a look at the trades on Friday. So first thing in the morning here, we did expect it to be a choppier day, slower price action as the bond market did close early, as well as the long weekend that we did have ahead of us. So we were not looking for anything crazy to happen. At 9:46, I posted to be looking for this possible head and shoulder if we wanted to start to break back down, and you can see that that is what happened for a nearly 1 point move right there. So very good first trade. I then post to be watching still for this 528, and if we are below with a shoulder here, then you can possibly look for more downside. However, to be also watching for this inverse head and shoulder, as well as cup and handle that we can see right here with the controlled selling, and that's what gave us the move higher. However, I did not take this right here. That is just not my type of entry, and instead I took this possible head and shoulder forming here at 528 for another almost 1 point move after those two trades right there. As price was expected to be choppy the rest of the day, I took off early for the weekend and called it a day. It was still a very nice day, just with two trades right here in not the best conditions. Many traders took the entire day off and had a 4 day weekend, so that is always good. However, I did post right here that we could see the 5 day moving average be retested and that the market would like to close near it as that is safety for it, and to be watching that, especially that we did not break down below this 528 right here. And as you see, the rest of the day is extremely choppy, nothing happens, and we get that close right here, right near that 5 day moving average as expected. So now going over what to be watching for Tuesday as well as next week. We have started to grab this liquidity, as I've been explaining, back above that 528, and we do not see that handle that is needed to break down. However, if we start to close this inverse cup right here, and then we see some sort of handle, and once again another inverse cup like that, maybe we start to head back down. But as of now, we are going to watch for this possible inverse head and shoulder if we want to start grabbing more liquidity and breaking back out to the upside as we tried right here. If so, watch for this inverse head and shoulder that you can see possibly right here on this moving average. That would be a very nice entry for a trade as we break out of this yellow and blue controlled selling. Zooming out some, we can still see that we are possibly still forming this inverse cup and handle down to that gap, and we do have all of this liquidity right here if we do want to dump, but we are still in that flag that I've been mentioning, and we can be building liquidity here until we are ready to move up, like we may possibly be right here, as we are forming some sort of support or resistance at this 5 day moving average. This week was very important to pay attention to that 5 day moving average, as I mentioned to members. Let that be part of your entry as well as exit, because the market kept gravitating towards it, as you can see right here. If we fell below, we would return, and if we went above, we would return back below. Here on the daily, we have been within this very tight range right here and are still looking, if we hold above this 5 day moving average, to return and test this upper Bollinger as we did here. You test the upper Bollinger, 5 day, upper Bollinger, 5 day, and now we are possibly looking for this upper Bollinger retest. If we fall below the 5 day moving average and we try and fill that gap right here, watch if this 20 day moving average starts to catch up right here, and we maybe get a bounce off of that if we do not already make the move up towards that upper Bollinger. This move could still take some time as we build some sort of flag right here before we make that move higher, or if we head back down and form this inverse cup right here before dumping. Just wrapping up the video, I wanted to say thank you to all of my members and people who support the channel. If you're not already subscribed, be sure to. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of the Memorial Weekend with your friends and family, and I will see you with a fresh slate on Tuesday. Put everything that happened in the past 2 weeks behind you if you did not trade well, and be ready come Tuesday.